What's going on, everybody? I have my modified Sabre 68 home defense launcher. I pulled the valve restrictor out of the back cap. It's this piece right here. So I'm just going to shoot this more. I want to see if I get any weird stuff going on with it with no restrictor in here. I have it hooked up to my HPA tank. This is only putting out 800 psi, or so I think, and it's at about 1900. I got this refilled on the weekend. I went to Ann's Gear, got some stuff, looked at some parts for my 50 cal Tippmann Cronus, and I'm pretty sure the 68 caliber valve and the striker bolt, rear bolt, will fit the 50 cal one. So I'm gonna order those pieces pretty soon, and I got my CO2 tanks refilled. I went to Big 5 and got another broad axe, as you guys have seen. Just today they had another coupon for the Glock 19X, so I swooped up on that thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this 7.2 gram aluminum balls HPA tank. The last time I shot it this way, it was getting like 19 joules, or about 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there. So it's not stupendous, but I just want to see how this works on HPA and just keep using it. 218, 222, 222, 220, 222, nice and consistent. 222, 222, 222, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna reload this. When I was at Ann's Gear, I was looking at regulator, HPA tank regulator, like a refurb kit, so I can change some washers in the regulator to make this tank that I'm using and a couple other ones that I have hit that 1100 psi. I also ordered a pressure gauge, so I can, after I modify those regulators, I could check the pressure on them. Firing again. 222, 222, 222, 222. I'll try to rapid fire this. Alright, you guys, I reloaded it. I'm gonna do like 3-shot bursts or something, see if there's a big drop in FPS. Hopefully it catches on the camera. So I saw 222 and then 200 and then 204. The other one, it was measuring BPS, that's why I said 4. 224, so there's not really that much of a huge drop off. I think largely because I have it on this tank and it's getting fed constant pressure. But yeah, these are just random things I like to test out with the equipment that I have. And yeah, I'm just going to keep firing this thing. I'm going to breech load one and then have 7 in the magazine. So we're rocking and rolling again. 222, 222, 220. Looks like I got like smoke coming out the barrel, but it's been doing that this whole video. 220, 222. So it's just gonna stay here. The other part of me shooting this is I'm gonna depressurize the tank I'm using so that I could screw around with the regulator, because you can't do that when it has pressure. 220. So that's it. All right, next mag. 222, 220. So yeah, it's just gonna stay at that kind of speed right there. That was 7 shots. I think I had 8. Nope. All right, you guys, last 8 shots. Just keep it kind of short. So it's totally working fine. I haven't had it fart yet. I also believe it's not farting because I'm using air and I'm not using CO2, so it's not getting cold and having O-ring issues with whatever happens when you use CO2. And yeah, when I had it hitting like 35 joules or 30 joules or whatever, it was because I was using a CO2 tank. And since my HPA tanks are at 800 psi, the CO2 tanks I have are stronger than the HPA. But once I use a lot of the CO2 in those tanks, then the HPA will start winning because CO2 is dependent on the pressure, and the CO2 is dependent on the capacity and how full it is and the temperature outside. So this thing is chilling. I ordered a new magazine for this along with the pressure gauge thing from Amazon, and I also ordered the drive spring for my Tippmann A5, and I made a short a couple days ago of me shooting the Spider rodeo with paintballs I picked up from Ann's Gear. Dirty paint. It's like $5 a bag. $5 for 500 shots. Not reusable because it's paint, but I was shooting the Spider rodeo and then I was shooting the A5 with this tank, and I had my normal A5 spring in the as the mainspring, like pushing the bolt forward, and it was just turning all that paint into a chopped liver. It was just basically turned my A5 into a blender. I had to clean out the whole thing because there was just a bunch of paint stuck in there. So if you have your velocity maxed out on your A5, do not shoot paint through it because you'll probably just chop it all and you'll have to clean out the inside of your Tippmann A5. The Spider was okay because I was using a weak spring in there, but I just used my normal A5 spring and it totally just blended, had blended paint in my marker. So that was a fun 20-minute teardown with cleaning out and stuff to do. But yeah, I was going to film that, but I just kept on popping paint, and it was not fun after a while. So anyways, guys, that's this thing working fine. I should have the new magazine in a couple days, and I'm just going to leave that one alone and leave this one with the airline adapter in it. This is a First Strike Roscoe airline adapter. I mentioned it before in different videos, but just in case anyone missed that, I didn't mention it yet. But yeah, this is for a First Strike Roscoe 50 cal revolver. And it just happens to fit this. There's threads in here that match, so it works pretty damn good. Anyways, thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you guys next time.